Okie dokie. So on our call today, it's going to be, one sec, just pinning my video. On our call today, it's going to be pretty quick again. I want to keep these calls short unless we're being productive. So for the first little section, I just want to talk about, I'm going to talk about something that stops people from taking action and why it's nonsense. And then I'm going to talk about what's coming in the future for this group after the Blitz, because honestly, I'm really excited about that. Whatever happens in the Blitz, if some people in the group aren't attending it, if some people don't get results, what's coming after the Blitz is really exciting for me with this group. And then we're going to do some preparation for the Blitz at the end. And I know a lot of people on this call have already done the preparation, but I'm still going to spend the time doing it because I can. So what I want to talk about in the beginning here is rejection and why that is what stops people from taking action and why it's nonsense. And I've had some really great conversations with people recently about this, and I think I'm going to leave you guys with some moments for you to take away after the call today. So why do we care about getting rejected, right? The first portion about this is this has to do completely 100% with your ego. And when I'm talking about ego, I'm not talking about some ego being egotistical. I'm talking about ego from the Jungian psychological aspect, which is protecting yourself. The ego protects you. It keeps you safe. And in that box of safety is often you don't take risks. And what we're talking about today is reputation. So what stops people from taking action is they assume that the people they are going to reject the idea. And why do we care about that? Well, we care about that because of our reputation. How do we look in that person's eyes? And I've got some notes here. And the first one I want to talk about is people have a fear of losing people. Not just getting rejected, but getting like blackballed, blacklisted. Oh, now Mike is just a pitch guy, so bah. And for me, if I go to a friend and give them a business opportunity or a health product and they put me on that list, good, burn the bridge. That's not a friend. You can go to your friends and pitch them a business. And if you can't, they're not your friend. They're not. And you should stop pretending that they are, because you're lying to yourself. So that's the first thing that I wanted to just discuss here. If you go to your family and you pitch them a business opportunity with the intention of helping them with their health or their money, and they reject you and blackball you, good. Don't keep them in your life. That's not a good person to have in your circle. And you're lying to yourself by saying that they're a friend. If a friend comes to me with a business opportunity, the worst case scenario, I'm going to say, thank you, but no thank you. I wish the best for you. And actually, I know a couple people that might be good for it. So that's the first part. Now I want to kind of ease this up and help you guys, like, oh, wow, shit, man, I'm going to have no friends left. But here's the thing, okay? Right? Here's the thing. Who cares if all of those people reject you? I love you. All of these people in this group of like-minded people love you. Oh, but Matt, these people might help me, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, if anyone on this call has people, if you take me, Sarah, and Dabo, do you have anyone else that will benefit any of your businesses more than those three people? Honestly. And if you do, introduce me to them for sure. But what are you worried about? Who cares if the world rejects you? Look at this group. We don't. Fuck the rest. Honestly, everyone on this group supports you. Everyone in this group is drinking Kangen water. Everyone in this group wants to be successful at Enagic. Everyone in this group cares about self-development, cares about spiritual development, physical, financial development. Who cares if these numbskulls reject you? I love you. I support you. You can come to me for anything that you need. What are you going to go do to Mary down the block? What's she got for you? Oh, well, she's a member of my church and blah, blah, bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Seriously, remember that when you're like, okay, I got to message people. Actually, I got to go clean my room. Okay, I'm going to message people. Actually, you know what? I haven't exercised yet today. Oh, I got to message people. Oh, but you know what I should do instead? You're running away from this fear of rejection. And the fear of rejection has to do with your ego protecting your reputation in somebody's eyes. And those people's eyes, if they reject you for bringing them a business opportunity and a health product, and the most important part actually, which I haven't even said, is the community. I bet you like almost every single person on this call or that watches this call, with the exception of a few that I can think of, purchased their product because of maybe me or the community. So sell people on that. Sell people on the community. People need community right now. Everyone is trapped in their toxic little friend groups or their toxic family groups. And after the years of being confined to these toxic little environments, there's going to be people in there that want somewhere else. They want to come onto these calls. I'm going to talk about what we're doing after the Blitz. And after the Blitz, it's going to be really, really amazing. Like I've been doing coaching for the past 3 months. I've been coaching coaches, and I have fine-tuned some of my information. It's going to be awesome. Like, people are starving for this right now. So I'm sure you guys have heard this before. I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies, right? I would rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. And every single person in this group is at least a quarter, right? Maybe $1. But go talk to your pennies. Go talk to them. Lose them. But don't not take the action. And another thing that I kind of just want to wrap this up on when it comes to the rejection, right? Because what I'm actually talking about is action taking. I'm not talking about rejection or reputation. I just noticed for sure that the number one reason why people are not speaking to people is because the fear of rejection or fear of reputation destruction. And what we're doing a lot of the times is like, you know, Mike, you buy for the business opportunity, but then you just go pitch people the water. You know, Spencer joined for the community, and then he goes and he tries to pitch people the water. I had my successes in the beginning of this business for 2 reasons. And I told Mike this before we started this call today. I went from 1A to 3A in about 100 days. And I probably got 600 no's, but I got my 10 sales. And I would pitch, I joined for the business, didn't give a shit about the water at all. At all. And I would tell people that. I would pitch the water, and then at the end of my water pitch, I'm sure this will sound like a broken record now for you guys, but I would pitch the water, and at the end of my water pitch, I would be like, it's pretty amazing, right? They'd be like, yep. I'd be like, I don't give a fuck about that. I joined because of the money that I'm about to show you that you can make. And it's genuine. It's really genuine. So just like, remember this, guys, like, just a quick recap here, and then we'll talk about our future projects and we'll move on. Like, you're not taking action. You're not messaging people only because your ego is making assumptions that you're going to get rejected. And you probably are, but who fucking cares? Because you have a group of freaking superheroes that loves you and supports you and will benefit you and your business more than all of those rejects combined. I guaranteed. So yeah, Mike, thanks, bud. Yeah, what's up?
The term that I'm familiar with this is cost. I know I suffer from it for sure, and I've always talked about this, but like the fact that you're addressing it now is great because I call it analysis paralysis. We're just like constantly reviewing everything you got to do on a daily basis, like making sure everything's perfect. You know, you're having perfection syndrome, and oh, it's not the perfect time to work out. I got to get my coffee first, and this and that. You know what I mean? Just this is it. But you just kind of just stop with the bullshit to yourself and just get it done. You know? And I like that.
I love that you said that too, because analysis paralysis is like, it's like the inaction comes from a fear of rejection, and then that leads to analysis paralysis because you go, okay, I want to take action, but I also don't want to destroy my reputation. I want to take action, but I want to minimize the amount of rejection that I get. That makes sense, right? And that's what the ego does. The ego twists you up a tail of logic, which is bullshit. Okay, so wait a minute. Let me recap here. I want to take action, but I don't want to get rejection. So what I should do is fucking plan and make an amazing plan that leads to me not getting rejected. And then you invest all this time in making this plan, and then you put your plan into action and you get rejection anyways. And then your ego goes, oh, owie, I don't want to do that anymore. My feelings and all that wasted time that I put into the plan. And that's what happens. Fuck it. When I first joined this, I was copy, paste until Facebook says you can't talk to anyone anymore today. Bang, 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 bang. And again, did the rejection hurt? Like, yes, it hurt. I had been seasoned from door to door for 3 years, so rejection to me was kind of like whatever. But bringing me to my last point here before we talk about future projects, most of those, not most, a handful of those rejections have purchased now. Because 3-4 years later, I'm healthier, happier, smarter, on a bright trajectory, and they're not. Or they are, and they want to get on the wave. Like Sam, when I first pitched him, I brought him to the office that I had downtown, and I pitched him, and he sent some like fucking Stephen Colbert bullshit talking about pyramid scheme fucking 3-minute video to me. 3.5 years later, he's now in a direct sales business doing door to door. And he got pitched the opportunity where he trains people and profits off of their sales. And he goes, wait a minute. And he comes back and I go, look at Anagic's comp plan. And he goes, whoa, I'm in. People will change. So again, like, you know, just to wrap this up is like the rejection is fine. Exposing people is what matters. If and when, not if, when you get rejected by people, good. You're either filtering the toxic people out of your life or right? Filtering toxic people out / exposing them to information. And hopefully they will come around as our group continues to move forward as a group and build and start to develop the structure that we're putting in place. So does anyone want to talk about rejection, fear of rejection, reputation destruction? Like any questions about anything that I just said? Anything like that? Been swallowing these hard pills. Yeah, RockLee, you have, and you've been doing well, bud. No? Okay, cool. So
I like to talk about that. Sorry, I was getting. So okay, I learned something is true. They said there's a quote that says you are beginning to live when you lost your reputation. You begin to be free when you lost your reputation. Because I've been doing a lot of things all my life, like dancing, DJing, barbering, and people hold expectation on you, like what kind of box you should stay. Like they will fit you in a box but once you step out of that box, they start to feel like, nah, I don't want to accept that you're gonna do this business, you know. So I've been everything you said, it was true. And like deep down that I know it's like because of my ego that I'll feel like, oh, what if people reject me? But actually that's like that's how you see the truth. Who are you really your supporters? Who are really your friends? Who are really like want to see you win? And actually I don't mind people don't wanna buy the machine, but at least I appreciate people actually still, you know, at least sit down and hear about what is it before they reject me. And the more I do it, the more I'm used to it, and it's not that really scary. So it's like you have to face it, you know. If you want to be successful, you have to lose your reputation at some point, because not everyone's going to be with you for the rest of your life, and you're not living for them. You have to live for yourself and the people that actually pay attention to you, to want to see you win. Like they clap for you, you know. Like I never learned this until I met Matthew, like telling me these things, you know, because he's the guy who always called me, you know, check on me, and I realized I don't really have much people like that besides my mom, my family. So I feel like I pay attention to the community that cares about me. So the rest is just history, just the past, you know. So yeah, just recently what I've been feeling.
God damn, that was awesome. Holy cow. So you said you don't really start living until you lose your reputation. And
Yep.
And you said there's another really, really good one in there. Like, oh, you have to face rejection to be successful. You have to. Like,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what your definition of successful is, and I'm pretty sure everyone on here in this group, their idea of success is pretty big. You for sure have to face that. I had this conversation with Sarah really recently, actually. Like, if you don't have haters, you're not doing enough.
That's
Seriously,
true.
if you don't have haters, you're not doing enough. And you know, even for what she's doing, such an honest thing. Like, it's hard to imagine how anyone would be hating on what she's doing, but like, whatever the ratio is, like, for every 10 people that support you, you're going to have one hater. So if you have no haters, you haven't found enough people that support you yet. And if you haven't found enough people that support you, you've probably not been taking any action. Yeah, and maybe it's 100 to 1, like, right? Like, so what Sarah's doing, maybe it's 1,000 to 1. 1,000 people equals one hater, right? It's probably way less than that, especially for me or RockLee. But like Mom, yours will probably be like 100 to 1 ratio. If you don't have any haters, you aren't taking enough action. Awesome. That was amazing contribution. Thank you so much, RockLee. Oh my goodness. Absolutely. I was going to say leader in the making, but made leader.
Everything that I do, guys, I've been rejected. I've been told that my haircut sucked. I have seen customers walking out of my shop and telling, and I would just walk by them on like to my lunch. They were not aware that I was like next to them, and I heard they say, wow, this haircut sucks, man, it's so disgusting. I've been telling people told me that my music is boring. People say that everything that I do is not good, and that's why I kept doing it, to prove them I'm good, that it's not because of what I do, it's not good, it's because of me, because they do not want to see me win. They want to convince me, they want to gaslight, they want to gaslight you that no, you won't be successful, you just a nobody. And because of that, I never gave up. I was just like, nah, I'm gonna show you, because I'm alive, I'm still living, I'm still breathing, so that means I still have a chance to prove you wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're a threat
to cut off these communities, like they don't love you, it's fine. That's why I'm bringing my business to the world. So I people don't want to buy my clothing in here. a very few people, but I just put it online now. I don't care. I'll just prove them wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, I gotta go, so I'll just put on video.
Okay, brother. Thank you so much. Awesome. Yeah.
The people that want to see you fail feel threatened by your success and your popularity, and they're insecure.
Yeah. No kidding. And a lot of the time, it's like they just don't understand it, right? Like they just don't understand it, and that's fine. But what matters is you exposing it to it. Expose them to it, because they will come around. Like Luke and I joke about this all the time, especially with the 100 days. It's like, how long? How long? I've been exercising 2 years. 2 years, right? 2 years is how long. RockLee's 1.5. Mike 1.5. How long are people just gonna watch? How long can they actually? How long until their ego goes like, this is actually, like, I have to join? Like, how long? But that how long only starts with the exposure. It starts with the exposure. So anyways, that was awesome. Thanks for the contribution, everyone. That was really great. So I'm going to talk about the future projects now. There's kind of three really important or exciting, I guess you could say, future projects that we're going to be organizing as a group and coming together to do. And the first one was the community aspect, but I'll kind of end with that. So one of the things that we're going to do together as a group after the Blitz in March and April is creating our own content. And we're going to come together and we're going to assign, or, you know, I'll do another poll thing. What kind of content do you want to create? I want to create this. I want to create that. I want to da 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 da. And we're going to create our own content. And I'm going to run a training on it. So like, Mike, say you want to I want to do a minute video where I talk about hydrogen. Perfect. Mike and I are going to hop on a call. I'm going to get him a script going. We're going to make some shit up. We're da 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 da. We're going to make it together. Let's say RockLee and Mom both want to do a video on cleaning tomatoes. Cool. I'm going to pair you guys up. I'm going to throw you guys some info and you guys go create it. You've got till the end of the month. And so I'm going to connect all these different dots of different people, and we're going to go and we're going to create content together. And it's going to be super, super fun. And I'm really, really excited about it. Yep. That's right, Mike. And if there's enough sales, I can pay people for it, right? That's what I'm trying to do here, right? Think about it, right? Yeah, exactly, Mike, doing this. You should be doing this, especially you, Mike, especially you, dude. Like, I make a lot of money when you get a sale. Like, let me reinvest it. Let's start talking like that. And so that's one thing that we're going to be doing together. And I'm really excited about it, because if we go down that freaking list, that 70 whatever uses, there's so much stuff we can create content on. Like Mom, 100% you are going to create a barbecue cleaning content. Let's get that thing nice and greasy, you know, over the next couple months. Yeah. And, you know, yeah, what's up, bud? Yep.
Can we agree to park all of the content we create on a YouTube channel called whatever, like Alkaline Living or whatever we decide, and drive the traffic to that YouTube channel?
So that brings me to the next point.
Yeah.
So that brings me to the next point. So the next point that I've got is what we're going to do is we're going to make a Google Drive as a group. I've tried a few times to like sit down and do the Google Drive, but what ends up happening is, honestly, I start writing down all the things that are going to go in it. And I get overwhelmed, and I realize I'm not going to make money by doing this. And then I just kind of go like, you know what, forget it. But what we're going to do as a group is drip stuff in. So there's going to be a folder in the Google Drive, content. There's going to be a folder in the Google Drive, information on the water, the compensation plan breakdowns, information on business, multi-level marketing, sales practices. And we're just going to create this Google Drive as a team and put all our own content into it, and our own information that we find and that we extract. Here's a list of Instagrams that people can follow. Like, it's going to have everything. And it's going to be something that we're going to start as a group in March. And I'm not going to be like leading it. We are going to create it. I'm going to be the first person that goes create, but I'm going to hit create based off what you guys want out of it. And then we're going to have our own content in there, and it's going to be a one-stop shop for all of the information that we need. And the most exciting part about this is that in 1 year's time, when we have a new start that comes on, say we bring in a hotshot business guy, we're going to be able to give him this Google Drive, and he's going to go, holy shit, look at these guys. They really got this together. Like, this is amazing. And it's going to encourage people. I really want everyone to like recognize that like we are basically I've been in Enagic 4 years. The first year I basically had to learn everything myself. The second year I was fucking around in Asia.
Mm-hmm.
The third year I was really honing my business skills and communication abilities in Asia. And last year I actually really made some results for myself in Enagic. Now we're basically coming together as a community, a group, a business, and we're basically in beta right now. We are making a business together. And I've been doing this with some really high people right now. Shane James to be one of them with Actions of Compassion. And these are the different types of things that we are doing. And so it's just going to be a really, really powerful, useful, one-stop shop online where you can go and you can get everything that you need in like a simple folder online. We've tried many different areas before. Google Drive is simply the best. So we're going to make that. And then, and then after March, as it goes on, with the content creation, with the Google Drive creation, we're going to really start getting involved as a community with different things. I'd like to do stuff like, I'd like to have our team, like maybe we like pick a charity and we raise some money for them, or just a variety of things. Basically, I'm just going to keep creating polls. Like the calls are being hosted at this time because this is the most popular time that got voted. So I'm going to start creating a lot more community-oriented aspects. Like, what do you guys want to learn this month? Do you want to learn about the brain? Do you want to learn about spirituality? Do you want to learn about the water? Do you want to learn about business? What do you want to learn? And we're just going to start really creating this community environment, because I believe more so than ever, that is really, really what most people want right now. Like, yes, they want something that's going to be good for their health. Yes, they want a way to make money. But right now, there's so many different ways to make money. There's so many different ways to make money quickly right now. But what separates us is us, right? That's what separates us. It's us. So anyways, does anyone want to talk about those future projects, content creating, kind of what's coming around the corner there?
I mean, I don't have much to say other than it's brilliant to get everyone start to team building like this and interacting with each other, and now forcing the community, because I mean, a lot of us know each other by faces, but we don't have, team working kind of like projects to collaborate with and understand what each other's strengths and each other's weaknesses are. So I think that's be a really powerful learning process for everyone.
Good idea. Yeah, it's a good idea. Powerful.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm really excited for it. Like, one thing that I've just kind of accepted, I guess, is not just delegating tasks, but delegating ideas. It's a really interesting like concept that like should be applied by more leaders, but I can see obviously why it's not. And like, look, I went through my list of like 200 potential people that could have been in this group, and I invited about 20 of them. And some of them, in fact, 2 of them, really, I would say powerful people from Hong Kong, said, I want to, but I'm not ready right now, because they're busy with their own businesses. And I said, okay, cool, no worries. Like, we'll see you in a few months then. But why I'm saying this is because I trust every single person in this group, for sure. So delegation of ideas is like what's really, really fun to do. And I just can't wait to see what comes of it. Like, we'll see what happens. It might be like a Secret Santa thing. Like, I'll draw 2 names out of a hat and it'll be Mike and Jill. Okay, guys, create some content this month.
That's a good idea. That's a good
You
idea.
know? Yeah. So
Pressure.
and we'll
Well,
talk
just
about it.
random, right? Don't put people together based on what you think their strengths are and how they work together. Just randomize it and like see if they work well together. If they don't, then you know for next time people don't work well together. You know?
And that's what this year of this group is basically about. Like, we're going to test stuff out. We're going to see what works. We're going to see what doesn't work, and we're going to do it together. Instead of just me steamrolling ahead with a group over there and a group, Africa's over here, they're doing stuff. Oh, I got Hong Kong, North America, I got a little. No, we're going to bring it all together, and we're going to try stuff together. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And if it does, it does. And yeah, I'm really excited for it. It's an adventure. Exactly. Yeah, it's an adventure. And everyone in this group is in it for the long haul. Like, that's the thing about this group is I'm incredibly confident that y'all are going to be here next year and the year after and the year after and the year after and the year after, regardless of whatever type of results you get or whatever bullshit you go through or whatever bullshit I go through, we're going to be here. So it's easy to build stuff when you're confident that people aren't going to disappear. Right? Yeah. Okay. So Blitz Prep for the final 20 minutes here. So what I'm doing for the Blitz Prep is growing my lead list. So what I'm gonna do is I've already got my Facebook list and my Instagram list. So what I'm doing now is something I haven't done yet, and it's just something I'm gonna try on this next Blitz. I'm making a LinkedIn list because I have a LinkedIn account. So for the last 20 minutes here, whether you're watching the recording or you're on the live tonight, you feel free to leave or feel free to stay. I'm just gonna do the work because, like I said at the beginning of all of this, is like, I'm blitzing in February, even if I have 0 people with me. I'm doing it because last time I got results. So for the next 20 minutes, grow your lead list. Go through your phone, go through your Instagram. You know, I recommend like checking out. Mom, like you posted a story. See who viewed it. Do you know how to see who viewed it?
Yeah.
So see who viewed it, and those people should be at the top of your list.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
thinking about that today.
Yeah, check your following, and so yeah, that's what we're doing for the remainder of the call here. And if you guys want to talk about anything Enagic related, Mike, I think you had a couple things that maybe we crossed it all off at the beginning. But yeah, so I'm here, guys. I'm gonna do some work. I'm gonna share my screen so you guys can see that I'm actually doing the work. And yeah, cheers. What do we got there?
It's my notes.
Oh, fantastic. This is being recorded, so I will share the video. But notes from the call.
Yes.
Oh man, that's amazing. Thanks, Mom.
Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go.
Yep. Yeah, I know
Lovely
your lead list is pretty solid. Yeah. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. All right. Lovely to see everybody.
I'm gonna grasp buddy. But nice to know. Nice to share. Thanks for all the information, Matt.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Okay, right on. You guys have a good night. Then I'll stop the share because I know RockLee's walking around and Danielle's going to go any second. So, guys, have a great evening and thanks for your time.
Thanks, Matt.
All right, we'll be in touch. Okay, bye, guys.
See you.
Bye.